I really feel like in the moments where you needed Makai Lemon, he stepped up against these ranked opponents for USC. If we look at for Ohio State, when they did need Jeremiah Smith to step up, he was able to, but a lot of his statistics did come against lesser opponents. I think the most controversial award this season for college football will be the Biletnikoff Award. When we talk about the best wide receiver in all of college football, you have to give a shout out to Skylar Bell. You have to give a shout out to Jeremiah Smith and Makai Lemon. They're the finalists for this award. And when we look at the statistics, it is quite close between all of these guys. Skylar Bell leading the pack, but he's also playing for UConn. You look at Makai Lemon, he's got the yardage, same amount of touchdowns as Jeremiah Smith, and a little bit more volume in terms of receptions and targets. And we all understand that Jeremiah Smith, if you were to have a draft, who would be the guy that goes number one? I think we run into the predicament of Marvin Harrison Jr. and Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors did not win the Biletnikoff, but had easily better statistics and impact to his team compared to Marvin Harrison. But we knew that Marvin Harrison Jr. was the best wide receiver in all of college football. Now, I believe we could be in a similar situation with this award. And remember, this is coming from the perspective of who I would vote to win this respective award. And to me, it's going to be Makai Lemon. As much as I have so much respect of Jeremiah Smith, probably a top 3 pick at wide receiver, which is a rarity in this sport, the best wide receiver in all of college football. But I think the impact of what Makai Lemon was able to do for this USC team, especially in the biggest moments when he was facing ranked opponents, especially in the middle of this year. I think of the Illinois game being one of the best showcases of an elite wide receiver. He is a guy that is one of the best wide receivers coming out of this NFL draft. And I think his impact to this USC team, former 5-star kid, cannot be understated. I really, when we were looking at one or the other, and I don't want to discredit Skylar Bell, a guy from UConn, incredible year, but it is similar in the sense that we always get a group of 5 team that ends up having a player with incredible statistics, but we're comparing him to Makai Lemon and Jeremiah Smith, who I think are the 1A, 1B in this situation. And when we look at Jeremiah Smith, who is in a wide receiver room with Carnell Tate, Julian Sain had a great year, but they never really pushed the needle statistically with him. He's always been one of the best wide receivers in college football, so he gets treated as such. Very similar with Makai Lemon. He's got Jacoby Lane on the other side, obviously not to the same level as Carnell Tate, but he is one of the best wide receivers in football. He gets treated as such. So there's going to be moments where statistically it doesn't look great. He definitely did not have his best moments over the past couple of weeks. And then you had Jeremiah Smith have an incredible 133-yard performance, no touchdowns against Indiana just this past weekend. And that definitely would be in a case where he would be in front of him. But if you were to go look at the game logs and really remember the impact in each of those games, I really feel like in the moments where you needed Makai Lemon, he stepped up against these ranked opponents for USC. If we look at for Ohio State, when they did need Jeremiah Smith to step up, he was able to, but a lot of his statistics did come against lesser opponents. The best showcase being the one against Indiana, against a high-level talent. But when we look at Texas, he didn't really have the best game in the world. I think of all the other moments without the season. I think Washington comes to mind. Other moments throughout where he had good games, but not to the Biletnikoff standard that I'm holding to. Whereas we have Makai Lemon, Illinois, I've already stated before, and other games throughout the season, Michigan being another one where he had one of the craziest catches I've seen all season, maybe even catch of the year. You can make an argument for it that I would have Makai Lemon winning it. Frankly, I think that what's going to happen is Jeremiah Smith is going to win it. He had the last stamp of approval with the conference championship, and that definitely bakes into it very much with the Mendoza thing. Mendoza with the conference championship, that was the stamp of approval to win the Heisman. I think we're going to run into the same thing with Jeremiah Smith and the Biletnikoff, but if it was up to me, I think the best wide receiver this season has been Makai Lemon, and that's who I would vote for. I should have mentioned Makai Lemon went 79 receptions, 1,156 yards, 11 touchdowns, 14.6 average.